Another To Catch a Predator video. It's a love-hate thing. It's a love-hate thing. I love it because they're entertaining, they're interesting, but gosh, I hate them because it's real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this is the cocaine predator, and I'm praying that he's not telling no little kid that he wants to do cocaine. Oh my god. Yo. But yeah, he what was I saying? I hope he not trying to tell them that he trying to do cocaine. That's what I was about to say. Anyway, to catch a predator with no further ado, let's get into the video.
All right, Amanda. Tractor trailer coming down the road. Get ready.
You can probably guess what
This man pulled up. This man pulled up in the trailer. A whole. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 was it? A whole truck. Like I hope he's not getting off work. I hope he's not on the job doing this.
All right, Amanda. Tractor trailer coming down the road. Get ready.
you can probably guess what this next suspected sex predator does for a living.
All right, he said let him turn off the engine. He won't be able to hear anything until he cuts the engine. Let's let him get down.
He's a 41-year-old truck driver from Fayetteville, Georgia, Joseph Myrick. He thinks a 15-year-old girl is inside, ready to have sex with him.
Just look at the walk. Just look at the. He just looks so dirty. The walk, the way he just, the whole thing, just the way he got out the truck.
Let's let him get down.
He's a 41-year-old truck driver from Fayetteville, Georgia, Joseph Myrick. He thinks a 15-year-old girl is inside, ready to have sex with him.
Hey, you made it. Come on in, I'm just getting some laundry out.
His screen name is too graphic to use, but in his chat, he asks the decoy, when it comes to sex, are there any positions you like best? The person pretending to be the 15-year-old says, I only did the one. Then he says, well, we'll try others. When the
Wait. Did he say that his username was too graphic to use? Because I remember one episode when he was like, what did Chris Hansen say? Chris Hansen said this dude, his username was, oh, I want to anally rape you. So if it gets more, like, what can your username be that it gets more graphic than that?
His screen name is too graphic to use, but in his chat, he asks the decoy, when it comes to sex, are there any positions you like best? The person pretending to be the 15-year-old says, I only did the one. Then he says, well, we'll try others. When the decoy says it's awesome that he's bringing the big truck, he says, well, I do not want your mom finding out because it would mess up a good thing.
That's a big truck you got. How do you drive that thing?
Well, to be honest with you, it's like driving a car.
Well, I would love to go for a ride sometime.
Well, I'd love to take you.
Where exactly were you going to take her in that truck of yours?
I was just going to take her around, just see certain places, just talk to her.
Like where?
Chris Hansen bust out like he was Superman. Okay.
To be honest with you, it's like driving a car.
Well, I would love to go for a ride sometime.
Well, I'd love to take you.
Where exactly were you going to take her in that truck of yours?
I was just going to take her around, just see certain places, just talk to her.
Like where?
If she want to go for a ride, I'll take her for a ride. I mean, nothing, I ain't mean no harm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. Trying to.
Oh, see, ain't nobody even saying nothing about that. He nervous. He's talking like he's an auctioneer. Auctioneer. Whichever word. He talking like he's at an auction. I can barely understand what he's saying. He's talking like this. I didn't even know what you're going to be. I'm like, bro, relax. Well, don't relax if you're going to jail, but
I'll take her for a ride. I mean, nothing, I ain't mean no harm trying to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. Trying to, be no idiot, no pervert. Nothing.
That's what he says now. But what about what he said to her online?
You say, well, I do think you're damn sexy, and was wanting to know if you have ever had sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well,
I have it all right here, so you might as well just tell me right now.
I ain't disputing it. No, I ain't disputing it. I'm just damn.
I think you probably have a very nice ass as well.
I just fell into the conversation. I ain't gonna sit here and tell me no excuses for the things I said because I fell into the conversation. It was totally, it was wrong. And
You say, yeah, I'll be your bear.
How you fall into a conversation? How does the conversation even get like this with a 15-year-old girl when you're 41? When she was born, you were, say what, 41? So you were what, 26? You were a college graduate if you went to college by the time this girl was born. That's weird. That's creepy. Yeah, I don't.
Bear, and we bears like tasting honey.
when you read it back to me like that right there, I realized when I
Be your bear.
fell into the conversation, it was totally, it was wrong. And
You say, yeah, I'll be your bear, and we bears like tasting honey.
when you read it back to me like that right there, I realized when I said, no, you're right.
What do you think would have happened if I wasn't here? And in fact, a 15-year-old girl was here.
I told myself, I get in here to sit and just talk to her, you know.
You just said you were going to take her for a ride in the truck.
And she wanted to go.
How do you think a girl's father would feel if a 40-year-old man took a 15-year-old girl for a ride in a truck?
He'd be upset, right?
And he'd be justified with it.
Oh, yes, he would.
You own that rig yourself?
No, sir.
So you work for a company that owns that rig.
Yes, sir.
And how do you think they'd take to the fact you're out driving that rig around, going to meet a 15-year-old girl?
Well, they would look at it on it as in a bad note and look at it, you know,
A bad note.
like the way it actually looks.
You know what's wrong?
You're fired. You're fired. But so earlier, didn't the girl say that something like, "I'm glad you brought the big truck," and he was like, "I brought it because if your parents found out, you know how big that truck was, how noticeable that truck was. Like if this girl had neighbors, right, and neighbors are nosy, so I'm pretty sure somebody would have seen. I'm doing a whole hypothetical, but like if this was real and you brought that truck to a real 15-year-old girl's house, somebody's gonna notice they've never seen that truck there before. Her daddy not a truck driver, he a mailman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand bringing the truck, but unless you ain't got a car. Has somebody ever Ubered or did a taxi to How to Catch a Predator? We need some research.
They would look at it on it as in a bad note and look at it, you know,
A bad note.
like the way it actually looks.
You know what's
It was
wrong?
foolish.
It was foolish.
It was the wrong thing to do, and it, you know, it won't happen again. I know you got a job doing, and I see it all the time, and
You see what all the time?
on news reports.
You've seen stories on television news about guys coming over to meet underage kids.
Yes, sir. But
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults
yes, sir.
who try to meet young teens on the internet. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we're happy to hear it. And if not, you're obviously welcome to walk out the door you came in.
If you've seen the show before, you know what's going on. Why are you still there? As soon as you hear Chris Hansen's voice, as soon as he bust out like he was Superman, I'm out. I'm out of there. First off, I don't understand. If you've seen the show before, why try it? I guess they just think that, like, it's never going to happen to me. But then, okay, it does happen to you. Chris Hansen pops out. Why are you answering questions? You know what's gonna happen. I'm not even gonna talk to Chris Hansen. I'm just gonna go for a walk, and the cops, they just gonna have to do their best to come get me. But I don't know. It don't make no sense to me.
Tell us. We're happy to hear it. And if not, you're obviously welcome to walk out the door you came in.
I told myself on the way down here, just talk to her, you know, and just stay away from the sexual overtones.
Sexual
The
what?
41-year-old leaves the house, and you know what happens next.
Get on the ground now. All the way down. All the way down. Yes, sir.
Turns out this isn't Myrick's first time in handcuffs.
Yeah, stand up on me now.
Yes, sir.
This individual, Joseph Myrick, he's had 11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests.
11 prior arrests. It could range from possession of drugs to simple battery to theft. Pretty good little record that we have on him. Started as early as 1983.
He was never convicted on the battery or theft charges, but in the 1990s, he was convicted of 6 misdemeanors and 1 felony drug charge. After Myrick's arrest, his truck is searched,
Cocaine.
where detectives find cocaine. Myrick is then brought in for
You going to jail. You're going to jail, sir. You just driving around with cocaine on them. But they they about to put a book at you. I hope
cocaine, where detectives find cocaine. Myrick is then brought in for questioning, where he appears to admit what he's done is wrong.
Do you have any kids?
No, so I got nieces and nephews.
How would you feel if somebody did this thing?
You an honest answer?
Honest answer.
I would kill him.
Then the investigator asks Myrick about his use of cocaine.
I'm gonna tell you like it is. When I talked both times I did talk to her, you know, I was in town and I was under the influence of it.
So cocaine just makes you want 15. That's inside of you, bro. That's you. That's you. Cocaine not just gonna make you just who you just and you just wanna just hang out with 15-year-old girls. That's inside of you. That's what you do. So, but he was giving me them type of vibes too. But just sweaty, But anyway,
I talked both times I did talk to her, you know, I was in town and I was under the influence of it.
He seems to blame the cocaine for his current predicament. He'll be charged with drug possession, along with attempting to commit child molestation and obscene internet contact.
I'm going to set the criminal attempt child molestation at $15,000, the possession of controlled substance, $5,000.
The undercover operation in Fortson, Georgia is over, and the last of the suspects caught in our sting.
wait, what the brother do? You had to be the one. You had to be the one, brother. And what you do, bro? What happened? Always gotta be one. It just gotta be one. Always.
Undercover operation in Fortson, Georgia is over, and the last of the suspects caught in our sting are appearing before a local judge.
I'm not here to determine if you're guilty or innocent.
For most of the men, the judge sets a bond of $40,000, restricts their use of a computer and their interactions with minors, including their own children.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a little bit hoarse, though. My voice is kind of ragged for some reason. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to see you, sometime, get together and, but you are a pretty little thing. I don't know why I first don't tell you that.
Why do we keep letting him out? Did y'all read this? Like, why do they keep letting this man out? Pleaded guilty. Attempted statutory rape. Sentenced to 5 years in prison, followed by 15 years of probation. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, that's gonna be it for my reaction, y'all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And that's it.